I'm not really sure I get this. I won that as well. There's 1, 2, 3 points. He's starting to outdo me now, which isn't good. Well, I definitely lost that one. And then it starts over. Okay. I can't see if I win that one. Okay. What if I do this? Then I got 1 point. Oh. Bummer. Now I got number 6. So did he. So did he. Not the best numbers. What if I do it on hard? You only get 1? Okay. Let's try. Maybe it's a bit easier. Well, I seem to have my luck on these first 2. Well, that seems to go a little bit smoother. Huh? Well, that was certainly a banishment worth for the records. Burnt down the entire motel. Well, I think we can safely say that we can accept this one. Well, it does look very creepy, but it's nothing that I haven't seen before. Gotta read the case file again, though. Well, Ravenhill Asylum. Don't like the sound of that. Well, let's see. So she gave me this case file. Ravenhill Asylum, New Hampshire, Greystone County. Closed since 1983. Type of case suspected. Paranormal activity. Well, you just would have assumed at some point there will be an asylum or a lunatic asylum or something. In New Hampshire, ghosts have been spotted in the abandoned Ravenhill Psychiatric hospital. Also a funky word. At night, howling and moaning can be heard coming from the building, and teenagers who try to break in disappear without a trace. The hospital opened in the 1920s and became notorious for its brutal treatment methods. In the 1970s, nurse Marion Foster worked there. After her disappearance, patients' death and rumors of a curse around at Raven Hill. So it looks like we're dealing with Marianne as a ghost, connected to a violent murder, bound to the place of death. Evidence, instruments detect PEC spikes, the temperature drops when the ghost disappears, la la la, all that thing. We've got the ghost files. A ghost, disappearance, and traces of the old staff. If Foster was the cause, then she's still here. We also got some bandage, or gauze. Let's see what kind of ghost types we're dealing with. The Overseer. The ghost of someone who spied on others. Its gaze is lethal. It appears when you are being watched by cameras or mirrors. So we need to banish it in a surveillance room on the old monitors. Bloodbound. That is looking quite eerie. An entity composed of the memories of the deceased. It repeats the pain and fear of those who died there, at a place of death, and the remnant. Connected to a violent murder, bound to the place of death, in an archive where the ghost's personal belongings are preserved. Okay, let's figure out what kind of ghost we're dealing with. The entrance is blocked by a tree. If we hook it to the van, we'll clear a path. Alrighty. Let's grab these. Locked, of course. And where, may I ask, is the key? Somewhere around. It doesn't look like the things here have been cared for in some time. But then again, if it had been closed in 1983, the entrance is blocked by a tree. Yeah, I already know that. Time to cut them down. What an interesting old clock. The zipper stuck. Needs to lubricate it with something. Yeah, it looks really rusty. Where are your hands, Mr. Street Clock? Wandered off. Is that a hidden compartment? You need to pry it open with something. Well, I only have a gauze, so I really don't know what to use that for. Don't tell me I need to use that here. Got a greetings sign over here. Screw. 75 tarot cards. And it looks like got some kind of winch system. Pruners. And something's broken here. Need fixing. But what? And what part is missing exactly? Alright, Mr. Winch, what do you need? All that remains is to find a hook of some kind. Let's see if it's over here. Nope, we opened up for a hidden object scene. Take a look at that. Look at all the stuff hidden in here. Even got snakes and badgers and raccoons. Alright, I'm gonna standard checklist. Let's start off with the wristwatch. Looks so beautiful. The colors, that color they utilize in these scenes are so astonishing. Compared to the old ones, at least. Or Phase 1, if you can call it that. I typically call it Phase 1, because that's when they cut themselves loose of Big Fish Games and started making and published their own games. Started roughly around late 19, early 20s. Maybe last half of year 19. It kind of looked like something happened there, because Domini wasn't the only company that cut themselves loose. Got some other companies, as Amax just disappeared by the looks of it. Same with Apex and Mad Hat Games, just to name some. And Apex was quite large back then. I think they were just about as big as Domini is today. They were spewing out games like crazy as well. Same with Amax. They got a lot of titles. Oh, anyway, let's just go back to the game. I have done quite a lot of research into all these, especially old companies. There's really a lot of old companies which isn't around anymore, or basically just stopped. Mariah Glorium, Madhead, and a couple, just to name some couple, Apex. Oh, anyway, let's find a wristwatch. Right there. Fur cone. Matches. I just spotted that. Yeah. Tennis ball. A feather. A watering can, maybe? A garden gnome? Candy. And a skunk. Like a glove. Where is that? We still need that feather. It's right here. Compass. Pinwheel. And now we just need the glove. It looks like what a marker. A wax crayon. Well. What do I need a wax crayon for? Oh, maybe I can lubricate this. Oh, I can. Okay, I didn't know that. But okay. Got some kind of a surgical saw handle. And a hook. Well, it's time to replace the handle. We also need the saw blade itself. Well, looks like we got this winch up and running. Now we can remove the tree. Oh my goodness, look at that. It would even spun the wheel around. Alright, let's enter the courtyard or whatever. Oh, it's the hallway. Go away. I just got here. Aha, the creaky floorboards. Just love it already. A lunatic asylum. There is actually a lot of old games which revolve or all around a lunatic asylum or abandoned hospital or something. There's actually a lot. Especially back from 12, 11, 10-ish. Let's take a look here. Piece is missing. A piece is missing. There's a door over here. Where is the key? Well, let's look for a key then. Oh, look at all these monitors. We did need to banish a go somewhere near the monitors. If only I could somehow determine which button to push. A cat figurine. What's with the back? A broken lock. Okay, then where are my lockpicks? Right, I don't have any. I'll go look for something familiar. Similar. And the piano music is out of league. Hourglass figurine. Nurse? Security guard? Anyone? It looks broken. Oh, it's broken. Need to connect it to the wire again in a safe way. Can I use the gauze? Oh, I can't. It's basically just tape. Staff memorandum, March 12th, 1976. Patient from Block D once again reporting nightly visits. I like how it's in quotes, nightly visits. I wonder what kind of nightly visit that is. Oh well, anyway. Nurse Foster claims that this is merely a side effect of the therapy. However, several staff members have heard footsteps and scratching noises in the ventilation after lights out. All personnel are instructed to remain calm and not leave their post after 10 p.m. Administrator K. Wells. Nightly visits. Don't leave your post after 10 p.m. Sounds more like a survival trip than work instructions. Well, we definitely met the nurse there. A stencil card. No power, let's fix that right now. So there is some kind of printer over here. I guess we need that over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy enough. Looks like we need to enter a hallway. It's kind of irritating they don't write the exact location that you wander into anymore. They kind of stopped that at some point. This is so eerie. Look at that. They nailed this up to the spot. Oh, look at all the syringes down here. Someone had a party. Alright. Let's scrap these. Laying about. An IV bag. Still with blood in it. Why would someone shut their pockets? No. How to open it? An interesting lock indeed. It is interesting. But something we know. Tight nuts. Maybe I need something thin to pry them apart. We do have a screw. It looks more like a bolt. Oh, the heartbeat. And the wind coming in. They definitely nailed the ambience. And where is the code written? What kind of prop here so the window don't close? No, the cat. You could actually use the point between its ears to hold the window. Some things in the flower pot. Should we dig it up? Absolutely. All right. We've got a croquet hook. Missing some figurines. A couple of dancing figurines. It's closed. Of course it's closed. Let's see if I can use that over here. Got an intricate looking trowel. Together with a bunch of rusty thing. Alright, I clearly need a key here. Alright, so what do we got here? A chisel. Where can I use that? Can I use that here? No, can't cut stitches with that. Sadly. Where did we need to pry something open? The clock, of course. And then a heavy figurine. Got some special powder. Dental powder. Is that made out of tooths? Or teeths? That's disgusting. Crushed teeth? I'm carrying around crushed teeth in my pockets. We still need the clock hands, of course. That small bolt goes here. So we don't need a handle. Anyway. Oh. Nightly visitor. Oh. Hit my face. That animals are sensing a presence before me again. I'm going to check that place again. Let's do that. So, let's see what we can find of hidden stuff in here. So we got a solution written, but we need to find the two things that gives the solution. So the symbol of Hygeia, that's the medical symbol. The chalice with the snake. It could also be the staff, but I am fairly certain it is the goblet. It is a ward statuette. Well, that's a statue. First prize, I guess. Measuring tape. Got a ruler and some rope. Yes, sleeping pill. Well, we do have some pills here. What else do we need? Water? Nah. Doesn't give the pills themselves. Petrol? I don't think so. A skull? Oh yeah, sleeping. A coffin. We need some nails, I guess. Well, there is a small box here. And the skull. Vehicle. Voila. And we got a brooch. A teeny tiny brooch. Well, hello there, Mrs. Nurse. Oh, I'm still carrying around that thing? She's here. PEC has gone crazy. I need to write this down. A strong and energetic manifestation. So we got the first clue. Yeah, of course, only two ghosts are detected by the instrument. Where do we need that? Maybe up here? No? I think we had some other place where we can unlock something. Maybe this one? And that gave me a forged key. Can I use that here? I can. But not without some troubles first. Position the key pieces correctly to open the door. Press the key into the lock and check the positions. So we do have a clue system out here. So I guess the... it is. We just need to... guess the right one. So the cross is correct. Let me just check again. Okay, so the circle. We don't need to tinker with the circle. I didn't get a chance to. Okay. So down and up. Gotcha. No. Down and up. Maybe down. Voila. Alright, it looks like a small garden. Riley looked over old plans for Ravenhill. In 1976, the intensive care unit was used not only for patients. Experiments on enhanced therapy were also conducted there, and Marianne Foster often worked night shifts there. Try to get inside. Maybe there's some information left about her. I will do that. Intensive care. Sounds like a lovely place. Well, let's see what she was treating there. Be careful. Such places still retain the smell of fear. Oh, yeah. Let's go into the experimental ward. Well, let's start off by going in there, shall we? Let's pick up these tarot cards. 88.